Welcome to Echoes of the Past. Some stories feel complete, with a clear beginning, middle, and end. But sometimes life writes an unexpected epilogue, a chapter you never thought you'd read. Tonight, we traveled to a remote mountain resort where the air is thin and cold, and the past is closer than you think. For two people, a chance encounter in a crowded lodge will reopen a story that was violently shut nearly 20 years ago. This is the story of Emily and James. The lodge is warm, smelling of pine and mulled wine. Families are laughing. Skiers are recounting their day on the slopes. Emily is by the large stone fireplace, waiting for her husband to bring back hot chocolates, when a man walks past. Something about the way he moves, the set of his shoulders, it's impossibly familiar.
James? Is that really you?
Emily. Wow. I don't believe it. After all this time.
What are you even doing here?
Family ski trip. My son, Ben, he's 12. He's obsessed. You?
Same. My husband and our two kids, they're around here somewhere. This is insane.
Yeah, it is. Listen, it's a lot to take in, but they have a fire pit out on the terrace. My wife took Ben to the arcade. I have maybe an hour, if you'd want to talk for a minute.
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
The air outside is sharp and cold. Stars blanket the sky above the dark silhouettes of the mountains. The only sounds are the rhythmic crackle and pop of the fire and the quiet hum of the resort in the distance. They sit on a wooden bench, the firelight dancing on their faces, warming them against the chill. For a long moment, neither speaks.
So, 2 kids?
A girl, Lily, she's 10, and a boy, Sam, who's 6. They're everything. You? Just the one?
Just Ben. He's a good kid. Looks like his mom, thankfully.
That's really nice, James. I'm happy for you. You seem good.
I am. It took a while to get here, but I am. My wife, Sarah, she's the most patient person I've ever met.
She sounds wonderful. My husband, Mark, he's a rock. We've been married 14 years.
14 years. Wow.
I know. Sometimes it feels like a lifetime. Other times, not so much.
James, can I ask you something? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Of course. Anything.
I never really knew what happened. Not really. After that night, my parents, they packed up my life and we were gone in a week. They said you were in trouble, that I couldn't see you again. All your letters, they sent them back.
They sent them back?
Unopened.
Wow, I wrote you every week for the first year. From in there. I just thought you hated me. That you'd moved on and wanted nothing to do with me. And honestly, I couldn't blame you.
No, God no, James. Never. I was 19. I was so scared, and they told me I'd be throwing my life away. That you were.
A criminal. Yeah? Well, for a while there, the state of Pennsylvania agreed with them.
But you weren't. Not really. You were just there.
Being there was enough. It was a mess, Em. A stupid, stupid mess. I was young, and I thought those guys were my friends. I drove the car. I didn't know what they were going to do, but I drove it. And that was on me. It cost me 5 years of my life.
5 years. Oh, James, I am so sorry.
It's okay. It's a long time ago. The hardest part wasn't being in there. It was knowing I'd lost you. That was the real sentence.
I thought about you all the time, for years. I'd look for you in crowds, wonder where you were, if you were okay. When I met Mark, he was so safe, so steady. He was everything my parents wanted for me. And he was good to me. He is good to me. But I always felt like there was this giant hole in my past that I couldn't explain. A whole person. A whole life.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I do. When I got out, I had nothing. I moved to the city, got a job in a warehouse. It took me years to feel like a real person again. Meeting Sarah, that changed things. She knew everything. All of it. And she didn't care. She just saw me.
I'm glad. I'm so glad you found that.
Me too. But, those 5 years we had, before everything went sideways, they were real, right?
They were everything. They were the most real thing in my life.
Okay, good. I needed to hear that. I think about that kid I barely recognize him. But I remember how he felt about you, and that part still feels like me.
Me too. You know, it's funny. I wouldn't trade the life I have. I love my husband. I adore my children. It's a good life. But I'll always wonder about the life we might have had if things had been different.
Yeah, me too. But maybe we got the lives we were supposed to have. The ones that made us who we are now. And maybe that's okay.
Yeah, I think it is.
The fire has burned down to glowing embers. The cold is beginning to creep in. A comfortable silence settles between them, no longer filled with unspoken questions, but with a shared sense of peace.
I should probably get back. Sarah will be wondering where I am.
Me too. Mark will think I've been kidnapped.
It was really good to see you, Em.
You too, James. Really, take care of yourself.
You too.
And just like that, it's over. A conversation 20 years in the making, held in the fleeting warmth of a campfire. There are no promises to keep in touch, no exchange of numbers. There's just a quiet understanding. Some stories aren't meant to be rekindled. Sometimes all they need is a moment of grace, a shared memory, and a peaceful goodbye before the echoes fade back into the past.
Thank you for joining us on Echoes of the Past.